Yourself over there back in studio. We are learning about the fascinating world of bees and how they make the honey that finds its way onto our tables this morning at Fort Whyte Alive Farms. Ian, walk us through what is inside of this box here.
All right, well this is about 4,000 or so worker bees. It's come as a package that we've brought in to replace some of the hives we lost over the winter.
And where did you get these from?
These came from Australia, yeah. So they're imported bees. Obviously, we'd like to get local bees if possible, but there was pretty heavy losses across Canada this year, so we had to scramble to find. And then in this little unit here is a queen bee with I don't know if you can see her. She's right.
So we've
there.
Separated the queen from the pack.
Yeah.
So why did you do that?
It's just the way they come to us like that, and then we add the queen to the hive. So essentially, what's going to happen is I'm going to give them a little bit of smoke to calm them down. I'm going to cut open this screen. This is going to take place outside, of course.
Yes.
I'm going to basically shake that package into a box similar to this, and then I'm going to put the queen cage and stick it in between a couple of frames like that. And then,
just to hang out.
Just to hang out, and then the workers that will eventually chew through this piece of candy here and release the queen into the hive, and she'll hopefully get to work right away with laying eggs. Well,
let's talk about the queen bee and how do they choose a queen? I mean, that sounds like a pretty awesome role to have in amongst the other bees.
Well, it's interesting because any egg that the queen is laid in the hive can be raised into a queen, and it's based entirely on the diet that she is fed. So an egg or larva that is going to turn into a queen is fed exclusively a substance called royal jelly.
We need to get our hands on this royal jelly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so she's fed the royal jelly, and then what does that do to her?
It just allows her to develop like her reproductive organs and
grow a bit bigger
than the other queens or the other workers, and
it's really neat. Like, the more you talk about it and the more, you're learning about it, it is really interesting.
They're very fascinating little creatures.
And so let's talk for Sunday. What can people expect that are coming down here to Fort Whyte?
Well, we'll have some beehive tours. It is something you need to pre-sign up for because we have a limited number of protective suits and things like that. But we'll be able to take those people out to the hives. We'll open up the hives and we'll take a look inside and see what's going on. We'll see if we can find the queen in the hive. We'll see if she's laying eggs, and we'll just talk a little bit about similar to what we're doing now, just how the bees function as a society of their own almost.
And that's exactly what it is. And so in here we've got about 4,000 bees, but overall you said that you've got 30 hives, or you're set to have 30 hives.
That's right, yeah.
So that's an awful lot of bees, and you actually have the facilities down here at Fort Whyte to make the honey?
Yeah, so while the bees make the honey, we take it from them. So essentially we use boxes similar to this. The comb looks a little bit different, it's a lighter color, but we take the boxes off the hive, we get the bees out, bring the boxes into the building here, and we heat it up to about 30 degrees to keep it warm and runny. The bees will have covered all this with wax, so we need to remove that wax, and then the frames go into a big spinning machine called an extractor, and it just spins the honey out.
Yeah, and then come August or later on this summer, you'll be able to come down to Fort Whyte and pick up this honey. You may, in fact, find this on your table. Is this making your tummy grumble yet, guys?
Yeah, and it's fair. Anybody who hasn't had fresh honey right from the farm, it's almost a different thing than the stuff you'd find in a store.
I'm so glad that you've tried it, because I had no idea, and actually Ian said that is the best way to do it, that fresh honey is unlike anything else. I mean, I feel like I've been just eating the worst honey my whole life.
It's so night and day. The St. Norbert's Farmers Market, the people who do honey there will actually bring a bunch of bees so you can come and watch them.
That is incredible to watch them. They work so hard, those bees. It's awesome.
Well, and down here at Fort Whyte, they'll actually make about 4,000 pounds of honey in a year from these bees. So they're busy working away.
No kidding.
And so, Britt, you've decided that you want to be reincarnated as a queen bee, if possible?
I've already decided. I asked him, I said, where can I get my hands on this queen bee jelly? And he's like, oh yeah, you can get it. So I told him what we're going to start doing is just working it into my diet every day. I'm going to get so big and strong. I can't wait, guys. I know. I'm really glad that I was sent out here today to learn more about the queen bee jelly.
And then is she going to become the boss of us?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yeah.
That's bad
and if
news.
I find that any of you are going into the staff fridge and eating my queen bee jelly, it's on.
She might just
So kids, eat your peanut butter and jelly, because that might be the queen bee jelly. You never know.
There you go. Thank you very much. Good luck with the whole coming back as a bee thing.
Yeah, we're gonna go set them free. We have to, because they need to get in there.
Yeah,
all right, go get them.
Okay, see you.
Careful, put that mask on.
Yeah, this sounds like the dangerous part of the day.
There's what, 4,000 of them?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Coming up on BT, we're going to talk about different kinds of sugar. We're going to talk about energy drinks and caffeine drinks and what may be in that can that you didn't even realize. We got that and more coming up with the Winnipeg Regional Health Authority.